Hello, this is Dr. K.R. Khandare with a new lecture of TYBSc. Students, this is paper 4th of semester 4, Medicinal and Economic Botany. Here, in this lecture, we are with indigenous system of medicines. Indigenous system of medicines is one of the important topic regarding medicinal botany. Modern day stressful lifestyle have led to a rise in lifestyle diseases all over the world. It has been realized that no single system of medicine can address the healthcare need of modern society. Around 65 to 70% of the population in rural area use traditional system of medicine today also. Now, on this scenario, Ayurveda playing very important role. Ayurveda or Ayurved is the dominant herbal tradition in India. It still enjoying the faith of large number of people of our country, though it is perhaps the oldest system of healing in the world. It is encouraged in many countries today also. Now this system, indigenous system, most of the traditional system of India, including this Ayurveda system is there. After that, Siddha system is there. After that, Unani system is there, and Chinese system is there. These all systems, these four systems are traditional systems of medicine or indigenous systems of medicines. After Ayurveda, system is there. So Siddha system of medicine is one of the ancient system of medicine in India, having its close been with Dravidian culture. The term Siddha means achievement, and Siddhars are those who has achieved results in medicine. The Siddha system of medicine emphasizes on the patient, environment, age, sex, race, habits, mental framework, habitat, diet, appetite, physical condition, physiological constitution of the disease for its treatment, which individualizing in nature. According to traditions of 18 siddhas are there. So siddhis means achievement and siddha means are men who have achieved result in medicine, as I have told. So the great saga Agastya, one of the 18 siddha, has contributed greatly to the siddha system of medicine on the south. He formulated a treatise on mental disease called as Agastya Kirigai Nul, in which 18 psychiatric disorders are appropriate treatment method is described. The diagnosis of these diseases they involve identify its cause, causative factor are identified by examination of pulse, eyes color, color of body, tongue, status of digestive system, urine, and study of voice. So on the basis of this Siddha type of medicine or this extremely difficult to clarify, identify the real author of many classes of this system, but this system was very popular. So according to the um, Srustrut or healthy person is one who does has dhatus and malas or equilibrium mind state. Third system of medicine is that Unani system. So this Unani system of medicine has a long and impressive record in India. It was introduced in India by the Arabs and Persians sometimes around the 11th century. Today, India is one of the leading countries in so far as the practice of Unani medicine is concerned. It has the largest number of Unani educational, research and healthcare institutions. So the Unani system of medicine that originated in Greece. The teaching of Greek physicians Hippocrates and Galen from the basis of theoretical framework of Unani medicine. After Hippocrates, Gelanius, Abu Bakr, Ibn e Zakaria, Razi, and Ibn e Sina. They enriched the Unani system of medicines into a complete, systematic, from whereby it flourished into a golden era. According to Unani philosophy, the health and illness of a person depends upon the balance of the humerus in the body. They are dam means blood, balgam means pelgam, Safra means yellow bile, Sauda means black bile, remain in the equilibrium in the body. And fourth one, traditional or indigenous system of medicine is Chinese medicinal system. Traditional Chinese medicine is a unique, complete medical system that span at least 2000 years. In the earliest times, the Chinese, as most humans communities, after attributed major illness to evil spirits or angry ancestors, as Chinese medicine began to take shape, the idea grew the body was composed of different organs. Such organs or each organ performed different functions to ensure our health, and that disease was broken up of these functions for a variety of reactions. In Chinese medicine system, description of human physiological and pathological processes differs markedly from that of biomedicine. Yin and yang are applied to medicine in numerous ways. For example, the classify parts of the upper body is yang, while the lower body is yin. When a person is healthy, these yin and yang aspects of the body are in harmony. Disease is attributed to many different causes, but it is almost invariably linked to a disturbance of the body's normal yin yang relationship. This may take different forms depending on the nature and location of the disease. After that, we'll go for another concept, principles of Ayurvedic pharmacology. Now, in Ayurveda, substances of natural origin included whole plants of their parts, animal parts, and minerals are used in medicine, either alone or in combination. In addition, various other measures are used in attempt to maintain health in a healthy person and alleviate disorders of the body and mind. These substances act on the principles of samaya, that is homologous, and vishesha, that is antagonistic action. Substances possessing homologous properties and actions increases in the relevant elements properties of constituent of the body, while those having antagonistic properties or actions decreases those properties of constituents. In case of disease or imbalance of dosha, dhatu, and mala, the rational use of naturally available substances aim to restore normally. The composition of elements in medicines and the diet is studied in the terms of various um, properties referred as to rasa, guna, virya, vipaka, and prabhava, which are described here. Rasa means therapeutically active agents, guna means certain physiological attribution of drugs which affect the tridosha. Vipaka means end product of all digestive transformation of drug, and virya means an active principle by which potency is characterized. Prabhava means actual therapeutically activity of the drug in the individual. This way, this is the Ayurvedic texts described these five basic values of the substances. Rasam means taste, Gunam means the property, Viryam means the potency, Vipakam means unexplained vivid effect, and Prabhav is the ultimate effect. Then we'll go for Ayurvedic formulations. Now, Ayurvedic formulations, so different solvents are used in the preparation of Ayurvedic formulations. There are very much substances are there. Water is there, oils are there, milk is there, ghee, cow urine is there. So the use of sweetening agents, binding agents are there, colorants are there, flavoring principles and other adjuvants are there. That is very common in Ayurvedic preparations. With an objective of obtaining maximum therapeutic benefit and making the formulation palatable, different pharmaceutical processes are prescribed in Ayurveda. So which are these processes? First one is Kathava, sorry, Asava and Arishta. What is Asava and what is Arishta? So alcohol so generated also serve as uh, preservative in the product. So absolute cleanness is maintained during the preparation of Arishta and Asava. Wooden pots they people use there in the solution for or sugar solution or jaggery solution is prepared there. During soaking it undergoes fermentation generating alcohol and in process facilitating extraction of active constituents contained in the drug. Alcohol so generated also serve as the preservative in the product. So, for example, Asava Arishta, um, Kumalsa Asava, Madhu Asava, Punarnava Asava, etc. This kind of Asava and Kutarishtha, Darakarishtha, Vijnanagrishta, these kind of Arishtas are there. Next one is Kavat or decoction, we can say. Um, so according to Sharandhar Samhita, process of Kavatha preparation is there, and in this particularly um, certain raw drugs or combinations of drugs are made into a coarse powder and they kept for preparation of kesi such as powders are called kavat or churna. Next one is churna. So churna is the fine powder of drug or drugs in Ayurveda system, and these drugs maintained in pitha are cleaned properly, dried thoroughly, pulverized, and then saved. The churna is free flowing and tannins. Its potency for 1 year if preserved in an airtight container. So this churna is fine powder. Then next one is ksharas. These ksharas means ksharas are nothing but alkaline or basic substances. They are obtained from the ash of drugs. They are known as ksharas. And these ksharas, the crude drugs, they cut into pieces and burn to ash. And the ash is dissolved in water, strained and again evaporated to remove water. While salty solid obtained, and that is known as kshara. It becomes moist and if exposed to atmospheric conditions, it is quite stable for years together. And the taste of kshara is salty. For example, Amar Amarga Kshara, Palas Kshara, Vasak Kshara, Yava Kshara. These are some examples of Ksharas are there. Next one is Avaleha or Leha. So Avaleha or Leha is a semi-solid preparation of drugs prepared with addition of jaggery, sugar or sugar candy and boiled with prescribed drug juice or decoction. They are also known as Modaka, Gud, Khanda, Rasayana, Leha, etc. For example, Chawanprash is the best example of Avaleha or Leha. Next one is Vati or Gutika. Vati or Gutika, this is very important in the Ayurveda. Medicaments in the form of tablets or peels are known as Vatika or Gutika, responsibly. Um So these are made by using single or combinations of vegetable, minerals, or animal drugs. These preparations can be used within 24 months. Peels with mineral ingredients can be used indefinitely. These formulations should not lose their original color, odor, taste, and foamy on standing. They should be kept in away from moisture if they contain salt, kasara, or sugar. For example, Gandha Kavati is there, Murma Guttika is there, Shankha Kutiki is there. These are some example of Vati and Gutiki. Next one is Tela. Tela means they are the liquid of semi-solid dosage from the medicine which is meant for internal and external use. Telas are preparations in which tel means oil is boiled with prescribed kasha, that is decoction, and kalkas of the drug according to the formula. This process ensures absorption of the active therapeutic principles of the ingredients. For example, bala telas. And last one is bhasma. Bhasma are the powdered forms of the substance obtained by calcination, and it is applied to the metals, minerals, and animal products, which are prepared by two special processes. Sadhana Marana is closed crupis in pits and with cow dung cakes. For example, Mukta Shaukik Bhashma, gold means Swarna Bhashma. These are certain examples of Bhashma. So to help these in making organometallic compounds, make them more acceptable by the body tissues and organs. Thank you.